Everyone tells me there's one grocery store here in Punta Cana that beats all others on price and quality. So today, we're gonna go check it out and then compare it to 6 other supermarkets in the area to see, hey, are they right or are they wrong? Let's dive in. Our control subject, the best prices, best quality is apparently this spot. Bravo. And I'm gonna look for 5 private label products in this store so that I can compare it with all the other stores here in Punta Cana. Starting with bread. Pan de sobao I should be able to find in every store, and their private label stuff here at Bravo looks like it's 69 pesos. But over here, you've got this artisanal bread that caught my eye, and I think I gotta grab a bag of this and take it with me. 79 pesos, well worth it. Man, I can't wait to try this. Tried it. Oh, it's good. Big ups to Bravo. Really good bread. The next thing I'm looking at is a private label ground beef that they have here at Bravo. We'll price it per pound. You see the whole section here, and it looks like I'm seeing 159 pesos per pound for this meat. It's like $2.60, something like that. We'll do it all at the end. Next to the meat, you got chicken. Everything that died is right here. You can see it, right? It's right there. Right here. There, whatever you're looking at right now. And per pound, this chicken breast is 174 pesos. Next up, I went over to the cleaning aisle. I want to check out the private label cleaning products. Everyone tells me, oh, they're the best, they're the cheapest, they're the greatest. They don't quite sound like that, but in my head they do. I'm gonna look at like this degreaser cleaning product here. Looks like it's 2 liters in size, and it's selling for 159 pesos. And then right across the aisle, I looked at paper towels because those are important to have, and their private label is 89 pesos for that. So all in, that is 650 pesos, which at today's conversion rate is $10.88 USD. And that, my friends, establishes what I like to call the baseline. Let's see how the other ones do. I exited Bravo, which sits right here in downtown Punta Cana, and went a little bit north to a store called La Sirena. This is right outside of Vista Cana, an up-and-coming community down here. And this store is brand spanking new, shiny, beautiful, bright colors, the whole 9. We're gonna go in and compare prices in this spot, starting with the breads. I rolled right over to the bread section, and I saw they don't have pan de sobao, but they do have pan de agua. It's the best comparison I can make, and it looks like it is 55 pesos for a bag. I mean, I just had bread at Bravo's. It's not like I'm gonna grab a bag here as well. That would be ridiculous. What do you want me to do? Next up, I went looking for the meats, chicken and beef. But here's the thing with Las Sirenas. They're always lacking on this department. So this is probably a better store to go for, like, you know, what you need that's not fresh meats, because I couldn't find chicken breast anywhere. In fact, the only thing I could find were these chicken wings. They're close to breast, I guess. And they're going for 115 pesos per pound. So I'm going to use that as my comparison. People are going to disagree, but I don't care. It's all I could do. Right next to it, however, we do have their private label beef, ground beef to be exact. And this is coming in at 224 pesos per pound. Then over to the paper towel aisle, where I saw paper towels, but I couldn't tell what was and what wasn't private label. So I asked this guy.
¿Un producto de La Sirena?
Sí.
Sí, ok, perfecto. Gracias.
El Guara también.
Ah, oh, Wala también.
Sí.
Ay, que.
¿Cuál es la premium y esa es la regular?
Bueno. Gracias, señor.
All right, so the Zirka brand of paper towel is 70 pesos and the Wala brand is 120. However, the Wala says reusable right here on the label. And to be honest with you, the Zirka brand felt really, really light. Like the whole roll would be needed to mop up just a little bit of a spill of water. So cheap, but maybe cheap. Last but not least, I went over to the detergent aisle and I found the Zirka disinfectant, same thing as what we saw at Bravo, 2 liters. And this bottle is going for 79 pesos. Also saw this laundry detergent, in case you were curious, 1.5 liters in size, going for 135 pesos, about $2. So we're gonna add this all up, but not before we first look back at the baseline. Total La Sirena was 543 pesos, or in US dollars, that's $9.10, making La Sirena cheaper, but I don't think it's good. That's just me. Let's move on. All right, I left La Sirena, came back down toward downtown, took a right, and I'm headed to a store called Ole. Ole, ole, ole. 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 Okay, I'll stop. But I remember on the drive here why I don't like coming to Ole. Watch. It is a traffic nightmare. While I fully anticipate this will likely be a little bit less money, I don't think it's worth at all the cost of the drive here. Time, the energy, the effort, the bikes, all of it. Because not only am I dug way deep into this Bávaro Verón area here in Punta Cana, but now I gotta dig my way back out when I leave. No bueno. But in the interest of making sure I hit every major supermarket here in Punta Cana, we're gonna check out Ole. Damn it, we're gonna check out Ole. Oh, look. We're completely stopped and not moving at all. And we've been sitting here for a minute or two doing nothing. So, a little bit of movement. Hey, let's see, ready? Ready? Woo, here we go. All right, while we're slightly moving and about to stop again, I want to take this opportunity to invite any of you watching this right now that haven't already done so into my DR Inner Circle. If you're investing in DR, moving to DR, already living in DR, this is a community that I think you need to be a part of. We get together every week on Zoom and do a Q&A with yours truly. I bring in expert guests like a citizenship attorney, a real estate attorney, top realtors to do state of the market, all of that, plus a highly engaged WhatsApp community. You can use Facebook as well. We've got both. And in-person events here in Punta Cana and different parts around the country that I attend. Only for our Inner Circle members. In fact, I'm about to announce my North American tour of Inner Circle cities like Toronto, New York, Miami, and a few others. We're going to drop in and spend a night with all of our Inner Circle members in that specific chapter. Go to jamiegruber.com to sign up. And if you opt to sign up for the entire year instead of monthly, I'm going to send you a gift that I think you really like. All right, we finally arrived at Olé. Let's go check it out. All right, Olé it is. Here we go. Inside this big red building. And to be honest with you, this place has so much stuff in it, it took me a minute to finally, in the back of the store, find the bread aisle. And there, right in front of me, sits pan de sobao. Here it is, right here, if you don't believe me. And this stuff is going for 58 pesos for a bag. And I'm not going to buy this one. Come on. Ah, see? Look, told you. You thought I did, didn't you? You thought I did. Think I'm weak. I was tempted, but I resisted. For good measure, I looked at the pan de agua, and it was 49 pesos, so there you go. About 6 pesos less than La Sirena. It's like 10 cents. All right, next up, I went over to find all the chicken that they have here, and sure enough, they have their private label stuffed chicken breast, and it goes for 159 pesos per pound. And conveniently for me, right to the left, or left to the left, whatever, is all the meat. And this Olé private label ground beef goes for 173 pesos per pound. We're moving right along through Olé. Took me a minute, but I found the cleaning aisle and I had a little bit of a revelation there.
All right, so I think I realized that I was saying degreaser at the first one and disinfectant at the second. I'm going to look see if I can find disinfectant, but this is degreaser. The other problem is I don't see a price anywhere for the 2 liter, which would be the same one, but I do for the 1 gallon right here, which is 239 pesos. Now, because I'm a brilliant mathematician, I know that 1 gallon is 3.8 liters, which means that that is about half the price of that. So 239 divided by 2, say 240 divided by like about 120 pesos for that. But let's see if we can find disinfectant.
I looked and I just couldn't find the disinfectant, the same one I found at other stores, so we're going with the degreaser. All right, last aisle I came to was the paper towels, and I was able to find the Olé brand paper towels for 64 pesos. However,
Okay, like the other stores, this might be cheaper, 64 pesos, I think, but this stuff feels extremely chintzy, so just proceed with caution.
so with all that in mind, we're going to add this all up, but not before we look at the baseline, which is over here, I think. All the products you want at Olé will cost you a grand total of 574 pesos, $9.62 US. But when you add on frustration expense, the price goes up to $275,000 US. Yeah, drive-in here is ridiculous. Spent half my day going to one damn grocery store. I still got 4 more to go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Olé. I think they should start calling it Nolé. That could have a couple different meanings, I guess. Anyway. Onward. All right, exiting Olé, going all the way down, back on the other side of downtown to this plaza where I'm shopping at a place called Jumbo. You can see I'm coming in from a parking garage here, up the escalator, around the corner, and there it is, right at the end of the hall. We're gonna go inside and do our same 5 items. Now, first up is bread, and I found the pan de sobao, but nowhere could I find a price for it. I even asked around and nobody knew the price. So I looked over here at other breads like this pan de leche, but I figured there has to be a way for me to figure out the price of this bread. I had to know. 69 pesos, if you're curious. And that makes me giggle a little bit. The kids would say, "We mean 6'9", be 6'7", right?" Gen X, we know what's up. Huh? Yeah. I mean, not you and me. No. But you. Okay. Moving on. I found meat. Yeah. Jumbo ground beef, 189 pesos a pound. And in case you're curious, I found this Angus ground beef so you can see the difference. It goes from 189 all the way up to 459 a pound. Wow. But Angus is imported, so it's going to cost you more money. Chicken, right over here. This one goes for 175 a pound. But this chicken looks a lot like what we saw at Olé, don't you think? Maybe I have a memory of this. 16 more pesos to go up the road. Next up, I went and looked for paper towels, and I found the store brand, which is called Líder. That's their private label stuff. And I'm going to compare this blue one here, which is basic, but the green one is nicer. But here's pricing. Basic, 70 pesos. The non-basic, nicer stuff, 120 pesos. But same thing, the 70 peso stuff felt like it wouldn't absorb a thing. Then over to the cleaning supplies, where I looked around for a bit and finally found it. But before I shopped for it, I had a really interesting thought or two.
I have two honest questions for you. In Spanish, it will be jumbo. And in English, it would be jumbo. Why is it jumbo? Anybody ever think of that? And the second one is, what is this? What is it? 78 pesos to 95 pesos? Like, what is this? I don't understand this change. Somebody's got to know. Explain it to me.
79 pesos for 2 liters of disinfectant, Líder brand at Jumbo. Jumbo. So we'll tally it up, but first, I don't need to say it again. That would be baseline. Baseline. Somewhere on the screen. You see it? There it is. And Jumbo by comparison, 582 pesos. $9.74. Just saying, bravo. All right, but before we continue, there's a couple of things I need to level set with you. First is at the end of all of this, I'll do a full wrap-up. We're going to call it, you ready? The wrap-up. Yeah. That's what we'll call it. I'll give you my final opinion on price and value. And second, we have 3 stores left, only one of which, the next one we're going to, is independent. The last 2, Merca Jumbo and Nacional, they're owned by the same company as Jumbo. So Líder is their private label product, but I'm really curious to see the pricing. Is it different just based on where they sit? Could it be? We will see, my friends. But with that in mind, let's move on to the next one. All right, Unidos, here we come. This is a mega store built only in the last couple of years. And you can see when you go inside, it's beautiful, it's big, it's bold. So let's start shopping. What? Panda sobao, 65 pesos. Hey, come on. That was really good, too. Next up, I found the chicken section. Walked up, grabbed one of these chicken breast packs, and look at this. Same name as the last 2, but here it's $1.89 a pound. 14 more pesos than Jumbo, 40 more pesos than Ole. Next up was the meat, and I could only find like a premium cut of this meat, this ground beef, but it's what we got, so we're gonna go with it. 259 pesos per pound. Over here, I found the Unidos brand. You see the U with the little N shape. These sneaky poo-poos. The 2-liter disinfectant is 82 pesos, and then paper towels. So the total is, as we look at it, is wait! I almost forgot. The baseline! You see it somewhere, right? I hope. So Unidos total, 670 pesos, or $11.22. By far the most expensive one so far. I gotta stop eating this. All right, let's knock these last 2 out, then we'll do the thing I said at the end. What did I say? The finale, the final takeaway, the thing. Let's roll. All right, so I left Unidos, go up the street just a little bit to the newest store that we're going to come to, just built in the last few months here in Punta Cana, and that is Merca Jumbo. This is a Jumbo brand specifically catered to ranchers from Texas. Merca, you feel me? Be that as it may, let's go inside. I got to say before we even look at anything, this place is beautiful. It's really clean and nice, as you can see all of this inside. Let's get down to business. The bread, I found it. Really easy, 69 pesos. Then over to the meat section where I got a pound of ground beef for 188 pesos. Chicken breast, 174 pesos. Before I got really confused at the next stop. You see, I found the cleaning supplies, the disinfectant, 2 liters, just like every other store, and it was 78 pesos. If you buy the floral, the original, no floral, 139. As you can see by my face, I was very confused. But on we go. Over here in the paper towel aisle, again, I found the Líder brands, both basic and I guess better than basic. As you can see right here. Issue is, I see the 119 peso price on the green one, the bigger than basic, better than basic, but the basic doesn't have a price. However, there is a price for a roll of 3 down here. As you can see, the 3 are basic. And if I do the math on this, divide by 3, it comes up to 65 pesos a roll. So that's what we'll consider in our calculation. Baseline! Right here, right there. If you want to shop here in America, Merca, 574 pesos, $9.61. Jumbo was 582 pesos, or $9.74, which is 8 pesos and 13 cents more. That's if the basic paper towel here truly is 65 pesos. Might be 70 like it was over at Jumbo, but everything else is 1 peso more at Jumbo than it is here. Merca. And what's funny is that $9.61 here at Merca Jumbo is eerily similar to the $9.62 over at Olé. Maybe you say, holy cow, what a coinky dink. I just made that up. I thought it was really good too. I'm going to use that one at home. Kids will love it. All right, one more store. Let's go. All right, we left Merca and we're heading up the highway back to the Punta Cana Village resort area, right near the airport, to a place called Nacional. Our 7th and final stop. Now again, Nacional, Jumbo, Merca. They're all the same company. So we'll see what the prices are just because it's closer to a more premier neighborhood. Maybe it's a bit more. But before we get there, one, thanks for coming along and staying along this long on the ride. And two, if you're one of those folks thinking about Punta Cana, is this somewhere I want to go? Can I see myself there? Man, I like some modern conveniences that I have here in my city in the United States. And we've just been to 6 very nice, modern, new grocery stores, supermarkets here in town. 3 of which have a pretty much full-on stores inside with electronics and sporting goods and everything else you could want. That would be Olé, Unidos, and Jumbo. Jumbo. Whatever. You know what's funny is we could use 2 more here in Punta Cana. One specifically in the Cap Cana area, right outside of Cap Cana or inside, and the other up in the Corrales Cortecito area. There is a grocery store up there. It's decent, but it's not a supermarket. And with the amount of growth Punta Cana is experiencing as a residential hub, it just feels inevitable. If you've enjoyed this video so far, spam the comments down below with a let's go. And I'll keep putting out content like this to give you a sense of the lifestyle in the area. And not just here, by the way. Santo Domingo, Santiago, all these places that I go to. All right. We're at Nacional. Let's go inside. All right, last store. We'll roll through quick. Here's the entrance as we go inside. Go through the produce section to the back where we're going to find the breads. And here we go. Pan de sobao. Sobao? So I think I might have been saying it wrong the whole time. Whatever. 69 pesos. 69. I don't know how you do the hand gesture. Anyway, other side of the store, I found the meat for 224 pesos per pound, chicken at 174 pesos per pound. The disinfectant was 79 pesos, but again, I saw another one for 119 with like citronella. I don't know. Somebody explain to me why floral versus not would cost less. And what's crazy is I went over to the paper aisle. I was looking all over the place. Plenty of Scott tissue. They had like the reusable Leader stuff, but they didn't have the basic or the non-basic Leader brand anywhere here. So I'm going to put it at 70 pesos. Let's reestablish for the sake of this video the baseline. And here's how Nacional compares. All in, 616 pesos, $10.31. All right, with all that said, now let's get to the last thing. Ooh, the bottom line. The bottom line. I like that one. We're going to go bottom line. Purely on cost, La Sirena wins. $9.10 overall. However, they didn't have the chicken breast. So might have to adjust for that, but whatever. For the rest of them who had all the products, the least expensive is Merca Jumbo, $9.61, which means that our friends at Bravo are not the cheapest, despite what everybody says. There's more to the bottom line. I got more, including this hot take. After Unidos, who came in at $11.22, the next most expensive store for private label and the 5 products that we shopped today was, you ready? Drum roll. Bravo. I did a whole Instagram reel comparing prices at Bravo and saying, everyone's telling me how much cheaper it is, but it didn't really, I don't see how it's cheaper. They're like, no. You went with like mainstream products. You gotta go with private label. You'll see how much cheaper they are. Well, they're not. But wait, I'm not done. Let's run through this real quick. Cheapest bread was at La Sirena for 55 pesos. Cheapest meat was actually at Bravo, 159 pesos per pound. Cheapest chicken breast was at Olé, which was 159 pesos per pound. Cheapest cleaning product was at Merca, 78 pesos. They won by 1 peso. And the cheapest paper towels were at Olé at 64 pesos. But I gotta be honest with you, the basic Leader at Nacional, Jumbo, and Merca, and this Olé stuff, along with the Unidos stuff, all less expensive than Bravo's. But by far, Bravo's was much better quality. You could feel it through the packaging. You'll pay an extra 25 pesos or about 40 cents for the Bravo brand, but trust me, I think it's totally worth it. Now, over here on the side here, I've got a pile of bread. And I gotta say, the Unidos bread was the best one. However, it tasted eerily similar to the Bravo bread of the same variety. So I wonder if Bravo supplies Unidos. I don't know. Remember, I got a different bread with Bravo because I wanted to try something different. It was really good. But I've had Bravo's bread before. way better. The other thing is Bravo's got great delivery, which is not a big feature here. I hear places like Nacional are starting to get into the delivery business, but Bravo's almost like a colmado for Punta Cana. You can get what you want when you need to, and they're pretty good about it. So here's the bottom of the bottom line. Unless you live by it, Olay ain't worth it. It'll cost you $6 billion more in inconvenience fees just to get there. If you live close to Nacional, it's not worth going downtown to Jumbo or Bravo. If you live up by Jumbo and Bravo, it's not worth coming to Nacional. But I will say, based on the location and the price, Merca Jumbo, I think they take my big prize today. Sneaky. I didn't expect that. Good for them. Merca! Look, I hope you enjoyed debunking some of maybe the myths out there about pricing and where best to go and all of that stuff. So much gossip and rumor and even outright lies sometimes about things. I mean, I even believed a bunch of lies before I even moved here. 5 of them, in fact. And I put them all down right here in this video for you to watch so you can see how all 5 of those lies turned out to be lies. Let me know what you thought of this video down below. Be sure to subscribe. Check out this video. I'll see you on the next one.